I met like guys, dated, like 2 or 3, people that I really liked. And because, the plan was not to date the person or marry the person. You just see a nice person, have coffee here, go. And then like when it comes to like proposal, then I'm stuck. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot, I am because I always had that idea of like just men playing with ladies, women, just like fooling them. I'm like, I feel like I'm not really fooling you, but you're just really nice. But I cannot.
So you've turned down proposals?
Oh, wait, wait.
How many?
No, people, they're gonna be like, oh, she's bragging. No, just 3.
So you say like you had that mindset where you like men play women. Have you ever had an opportunity to play a man?
No, I felt like I did in the 3, but that was not the intention.
Okay.
Because my intention was never to just like waste their times or anything. It's just like, okay, this person either from just people you meet at book clubs, for example, or conference or something, and just like, hey, I'm just checking on you. How are you? Would you like to grab coffee?
I like
and just like with the time that you feel the chemistry, good people, everything, but you need to take that tough decision.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Versus just like
you mentioned your dad. Does this guy have to get permission from your dad if he wanted to marry you? Is that like in your religion? Do they have to do that?
In our religion, yes and no. To like when you like if you the final step when you just get married. But to be honest with you, that was not really my issue because my family are not. They're okay just as long as you're happy. Just it's up to you. I need to. So that was not my problem.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like for me as a father, I would want the guy to come and ask. It's just out of respect, It's
for sure.
Of course,
yeah.
Of course, we live in a free country, and you can do whatever you want to do. Nobody's holding chains up, saying, "Okay, yeah, you got to ask me." But it's like
no,
out of respect,
we do that for
and,
sure. Yeah,
yeah.
It's like a cultural. I think
it's one thing I want to teach my daughter. It's like
thing. That's just a cultural thing in general, or the more like polite thing, like especially like when you're gonna go ask for like someone's daughter hand in marriage, that usually you speak to the father first. So I think that's just. I don't even. In fact, I take that back. I don't think it's a cultural thing. I just think it's just something that should just be, like all around, like regardless of whatever culture or religion.
It should just be a thing.
Yeah, like I agree. Yeah, for sure. That's what we do. I mean, it's not what I meant. Like my parents. You could say like the last step, like first I need to know the person and you know him for a while, you're 100% sure you want to marry the person, and then when it comes to proposal, I let my parents know, and then there's like formalities like propose, you ask my parents, and then you know.
Yeah.
But the decision is yours at the end.
Now I know Christians, they talk about intimacy after you get married.
Yes.
Right. Is that the same in your culture as well?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, so normally it's still a big thing. Like before marriage, normally I would say like 80% or 90% of the time you, especially for women, you're still virgin before even getting married.
Yeah.
Or you try to, that's the normal thing,
Yeah.
And the goal is to not have any intimacy outside of marriage. I know that's very hard to believe for many people, but the way I personally see it, it's just like an addiction. Any addiction to something, Mm-hmm. If you're not even around it and you're used to it before marriage, it can be the same after marriage. Because I know the more you do something, you cannot really live without it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's understandable.
It's like once you get attached to something, it's like
I need this. It's like an addiction, like
exactly.
Like drugs or something. But if you're already outside, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have like an intimate relationship. That's totally, people are afraid. God created us that way.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying also that's when you are used to like your time, you exercise, you have some other fun things to do, and then when you decide to have an intimate relationship, you do it the right way. I think like Christianity too and other religions, it's just that people, they're free to do whatever, but it just.
And honestly, if you take religion out of it, it really just comes down to the reason you don't want to do that is because it comes down to preferences. It's like you start developing preferences. If you have so many partners, everything like that, you start, okay, I like this a lot more. But then the person that you're supposed to marry, the person who's right for you, he might not have those things. And then now you're like, well, this is no fun,
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. And I do believe that religion came to, it's good for our society, to be honest, because like, let's say, okay, it's not good to do this a lot. It's not good for a woman to go to with this man and this man and this man, one after another, like have a child here, with all my respect to people who, they're free to do what they want. But I think it just came to regulate our life a little.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it like to be extremist about it, but it just makes, life a little more organized.
Having control.
Yeah, to have control. And and I think in life it's good to have control over ourselves anyways.
I agree.
That's discipline. Imagine like many people say, just to do what I love. You're not controlling your desire. And by not controlling that, you cannot do much in life. It's like you want to be a commissioner. And you're not taking the steps towards, you're not applying, you're not studying. At least read the job description. Are you able to do these things? Are you able to stay just it's yes or no?
Is he not doing that?
Yeah. But he doesn't want to be commissioner, and I changed my mind.
We separate. Let's separate. we must separate.
But just in career, in general, like if you want to be a CEO, then you just read what CEOs do. Are you willing to do these things? And to be honest with you, in the past, personally, just like between brackets, in general, in my professional life. Now I just want to be rich. I mean, why do I have to say? Yes. I just want to be unemployed, rich woman. That's all. That's my goal. No titles anymore.
Yes.
So I want to touch back on something when we were talking about, fathers, and the important, like if your father important in your relationships.
Sure.
To go back to your divorce, when you initially split from your husband.
Yes.
Did you talk to your family about it, about the split and everything? And how did that, what come about that? How did that work out?
I talked to YouTube about it.
Instagram,
I talked to Instagram about it.
Yeah.
I talked to the walls about it.
Well, what did they say when you talked to them?
I mean, some of them like, some ladies are very supportive. Yeah, I understand. It's good. Just let it out. Oh my God.
Did you get any pushback? Because I feel like women tend to agree with women a lot.
Yeah, they're, oh my God. I would always show you my Instagram followers. 80% or 80, there are women. They're like, go get them, Russia.
Well, what about pushback with men? Have you heard some negative comments?
Oh yeah, have I heard some?
Yes.
Many. You're feminist. You just want women to get divorced like you and be losers like you.
Oh no, really? You've heard that?
Oh no, that's fine. But I know how to reply. Don't worry.
How did you reply?
I'm like,
loser.
Are you beating your woman? That's why you're scared? Do you feel insecure because you're doing something wrong?
Loser?
Do you see me successful and you don't want your woman to see a divorced woman successful? That's why you're mad at me? I'm sorry. Go see a therapist.
Oh,
dang.
And that was
because honestly, I get many good comments from men, but those who are secure, who are treating their women with respect and they have nothing to worry about. If you love your woman and you want her to bloom and to be successful, you won't worry about what I'm saying, because I'm literally just saying just work and work hard, be independent, be good to your man, be good to the world, to God, that's all. But just like be strong in case you're homeless or something, you can get a job.
So is this something that divorce taught you about yourself? Like how to, filter out all the comments and, be more secure within yourself?
Two things help me become tough. Gotcha. Uber.
Okay, yeah.
I tell you, especially when you go to the airport and they want to take your spot. I'm like, no, excuse me.
I don't know why I found that funny, but
no, I know this is a random thing, but honestly, that's the first example that came to my mind. And work, like HR, to be honest, you have like really good position. You're happy that you finally made it as an immigrant to a big title, And then you see people trying to mock you, trying to belittle you just because of your accent or something. But hey, I mean, I stand up for myself. I'm like, I have an accent because I speak 4 different languages.
So what are those languages? French,
Spanish,
English. You speak Spanish?
Sí.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So was that like, as of course, you transitioning from Morocco to America, like what was like kind of like the toughest thing on that?
The toughest thing is missing my family. So I was not able to see my family for 5 years in a row. There's paperwork, so many things that you know about. Yeah, so it took me a while. And also just renting. When I came here, I was about 23.
Okay.
Just coming to a new country alone. So I was in La La Land for a while in West Palm Beach for about 6 months. But then after that, I wanted to live the American dream. So I left the real American dream. But, I wanted to, at the end of the day, you need to get a real job.
Yeah.
And just like work, rent yourself. So I came to Chicago. I stayed with another host family in Michigan Avenue for just like 2 months. I'm very good at networking, by the way.
So I'm starting to get a little jelly with these host families. West Palm Beach, Michigan Avenue.
No, I swear. I'll tell you the secret. Is I know networking is really good, and when I was at school in Morocco, I went to business school and I got an MBA. We used to go to conferences all the time, conferences where you see politicians, and we were encouraged to just talk, just participate, talk, and build your network. We say your network is your net worth. So I just learned that habit from school, and I just started implementing that in my life. And up to this point, I get so many things just from my network. Not money or anything. It could be just, hey, I need to go to, I don't know, New York. My friend has a place in New York. It's empty. If you want to go, just stop by. Not now, at that time. So that's, And then people introduce you to each other. Yeah. Like when I was in West Palm Beach, that lady, we used to go to the hot tub every day, pools and beaches. And she used to hang out with pilots. One guy has like a helicopter learning center. Mm-hmm. You know
what I'm saying? Like, what she mean?
And all he was talking about, like how women date him and they run away after that because he talks too much. I had the answer right away. I was like, dude, you don't stop talking. So annoying every time But anyway, so people introduce you to each other. Yeah. And last components, if you want to be good at that, is to work on yourself. So when you read a lot, and you just watch a lot of news, politics. If somebody from that caliber talk to you and mention something happened in China yesterday, you have no idea what's going on in China. You lost that person.
Interesting.
But if you engage in a intellectual conversation, and then if they think you're interesting, and they keep in touch. If you ever need help, they'll be there for you.
That's awesome.
Oh my God! I need to be famous and rich. Why am I not famous?
That's what I'm saying. You see, like the luxury lifestyle she's been like with the what is that? The prelude to her story in America,
But I'll tell you what happened after the luxury lifestyle. So it was like West Palm Beach, then it was Michigan Avenue. There was like in Morse, the worst building in Morse.
Oh,
do you know the worst building? It used to be very bad. Oh. I love Morse. But one part of it is beautiful near the beach. Mm-hmm. I love that area. That you feel like you're. But the building where I was renting a studio. Oh my God.
Well, I was in. I actually went into that same building.
Did you go to the?
I had a friend who stayed in that building.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually one of the few times that I've actually been to like Rogers Park area that I didn't realize. I didn't realize I would be living there eventually. Yeah. But that part of the building.
Rogers Park,
yeah, I love it. It's very beautiful, and nice, the building. I didn't see it that way. Maybe because it was late night at the time too.
You didn't see what I saw.
No, I didn't see it because it was late night. And
I'll tell you later what I used to see every day.
Oh, nah. I see everything else that happens on Morse, but not in that building at that.
Oh my God, it's so crazy. Yeah, I needed to.
Like, you need a moment? You okay?
Oh my God, I tell you what happened in Morse. So. Anyways, I didn't have a credit at that time. I needed to rent. I was like in Craigslist 24/7.
Okay.
I'm glad nothing bad happened to me because I was taking the train everywhere. So I found this person who was renting that place, and it was like, I'm renting it, you pay me, I pay them.
Oh no.
You know, so that's what I did.
Okay.
You know, he just went somewhere and I just pay him cash every month, but he was okay. He was like an old man, you know.
Okay.
So I stayed in that studio for a while, and the first morning I wake up, person who's used to the luxury American dream, like what just had a shower, I had my laptop like this, and go in with high tick in the elevator, and the elevator has some bad stuff that we do, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
I see a person, I'm like, good morning, and the person, she's like with her hair like this and dirty, I don't know, maybe homeless or something. And then I go to the lobby. It was supposed to be a lobby, people laying around, sleeping there.
Sounds like.
And I was like, and then at night, a man beating his woman all night long.
Ooh.
Really?
I don't know who's beating, but it's like fighting, you know. And that's what.
Are you sure they were fighting?
No, fighting. Okay. And then like,
or maybe that's what it sounded like. But
no, actual fight.
It was actual fight.
Oh no! Ooh, that's actually terrible.
No, it's all crazy things, and that's funny. Like I remember, like a girl, she just came. I think she was student or something.
Yeah.
And she looked at me, and she was like, "Oh my God, you look like you're the only normal person in this building." So everybody has a story. One like beating his woman, another one, I don't know. She just like frowns at everyone, and. Like shooting sometime at night. I'm like, I thought it was fireworks. And then I was looking there and I heard people, he hid in that building.
You can't tell nowadays. You can't tell if it's fireworks or if it's somebody letting off a few rounds.
No, you definitely can tell.
What's the difference, by the way? Because I still hear that.
Well, if you
I don't even know the difference. I'm like, firecrackers.
I can tell you the difference.
Same.
If you hear doot, then it's a gun. If you hear ew, pop, then it's a firework.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Do too much. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which one it is. I'm just like,
scared.
It ain't my problem. They ain't after me. So hey.
If you don't see flashing in the air, then it's not a firework. Okay.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now the only people who are paranoid are people who, they into some stuff.
Wow.
If you ain't into nothing, you mind your business. You should be okay.
I mean, if you're not around them.
Business as usual, you know.
Wow.
Welcome to Chicago.
Love it. When I hear that, I'm just glad I'm at home. Like, thank God I don't go out at night. I'm just at home sleeping.
You have a few kids, right?
I have two.
You have two kids. How is it co-parenting, by the way?
At first, it was very hard, custody. And at first, I wanted to spend time with my kids. I was not standing the idea of, especially as a mother of little kids. My son is 3 now. My daughter is she's gonna be 8, but at first it was very hard because I just like to sleep with my kids and stay with me. At first it was hard, and also at the beginning of the divorce can be very hard because kind of you're fighting. I want 1 day, I want 2, I want 3, I want that, and I like stability. So if we just need to agree 2 days, okay, and then my ex like, no, I want 3 days. It was very hard at first. Torture.
There's always one party that's a little bit difficult.
It's very, very difficult. No, like 2 days is nothing. I'm going to take you to court and ask for 3 days. And I'm just so tired of courts. I spent like almost $24,000.
Wow. On lawyers? Everything?
Lawyers.
Oh, yeah.
And it was not enough, and they wanted to drag it for even longer.
Yeah, mine was very easy because we both agreed on most things.
Good.
And she's a good person. She wasn't trying to take me to the cleaners or anything like that.
That's good.
And she made her own money. She was good, and
we
had open communication. So we actually had the same lawyer, and we both just went.
That's good.
We both went half on a lawyer, and that's what made it easier. There was a few things in the contract though that I looked at after we got divorced, and I was like, huh. She probably knew that was in there, but no, it's cool. It wasn't that big of a deal, but it was just like, it's a little concerning.
Oh wow, divorce. That's one of the reasons I don't want to get married again.
Yeah. Like
especially here, it's very hard. If you don't you're stuck.
Y'all are making. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all are making marriage unappealing right now.
Just take your time,
I'm pretty sure to each his own. Everyone has their own different experience, if y'all
just get
talking
married
about
in
kids.
a different country. So if you want to get divorced, it's easier.
Now that's interesting. So you saying I should go overseas if I want to get married?
Honestly, if I ever think about getting married again, I'd be like, let's get married in Morocco. So in case we don't get along, it's easier for me to get a divorce. I can just go and like file something.
So do you believe in prenups? Do you believe in prenups? Prenuptial agreements?
Can you elaborate?
So if a person comes in with majority of the money, right? Let's say your husband, he was rich guy. You didn't come in with the same amount of money. And he said, you know what? I need you to sign this document to make sure that if things don't go right in our marriage and we get a divorce, that you don't take all my money.
Yes, if you give me 100,000.
So give me something. So if he's a billionaire, if he just has to give you 100,000, you'd be okay with that.
If he's a billionaire, no, I'm sorry. If he's a billionaire, I need a house.
So then you don't believe in prenuptial agreements.
So what about
not.
So what about let's say this? What about if it was like reverse the roles? What if you was a successful billionaire person and you marry someone? You know, would you make them sign a prenup?
I'm not even gonna marry them.
Well, at least she honest. Hey, at least she honest. You know.
No, I tell you.
So you're not gonna marry them. So if you're rich, you're not gonna marry anybody.
Unless they're on the same status, or what if someone like you marry someone that's like not on the same status, but like right there? Would you make them sign a prenup?
I will give you an example from my real life. So once I tried to, like date person. We didn't really date yet because I found out what I found out. I will tell you a little because maybe it's not a deal breaker for many, and many hear me and they think that you're just gold digger or something, but I'm just being honest.
Oh, was that a shot at me?
No, this is what happened. So this person used to be a professor. Honestly, I looked him up. I didn't just take his word for it, but he used to be a professor at Harvard. And then he moved. He just working now. He at that time was working in just some regular university. It's originally from Turkey. So we just like, I decided at that time when, when he came, when I met him, I was at a point where I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah.
It's almost like an HR interview. I meet the person, like we had coffee, but I just, I like to be direct. And sometimes that's so funny because a woman normally, definition to be shy and like, oh, so cute, so sweet. But then I was like, what do you want? What are you looking for? Oh, I'm looking for like a serious relationship and, you seem like a, smart person, whatever. Thank you, you too. What you're looking for in a woman. And he told me, and then he asked me, so we were just asking questions and answers. I wanted to save time for both of us, especially when it comes to finances.
Right.
Because I don't want to just like keep hanging out with you and you start liking the person, you love them. We are humans at the end of the day. I don't want to love the person and then they're broke later.
Sheesh.
But it's just wait a minute.
I got a question.
What did I love?
Wait, hold on. Wait.
I don't want to give myself that.
It's supposed to be about love.
I'm sorry, but when
I agree with you, but please elaborate for him because he doesn't believe me.
What are you talking about?
That it's about the money. You gotta have the money. It doesn't matter if you're a nice guy.
Just with me, I'm telling you, just like me. But I know many ladies, they will give you money to love them.
So he believes that. Of course, he believes that men should be in a certain social status in order to attract a certain status of women.
That's not enough, at least in my opinion.
I feel as though I'm one of those. I guess you would say. Free spiritual people that do believe that I believe that if you love someone, regardless, you will go through thick and thin with a person.
If you give yourself the chance to love them, anyways.
Now that's depending on if the person will change or not. If the person changed, but you could be you could be a billionaire in this world, but then the next day you could lose all your money.
Okay.
I can talk more about this. To be honest with you, I was joking. Not really. I still believe in that.
No, you believe it. It's okay.
No, I do.
I'm right here with you. Okay. He's on the outside.
He finally has someone that can actually like parallel with him. Every guest that we had usually was like with me right here. So I'm loving this. Let's fight. Ding, 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 ding.
I tell you why. I am not rich yet. Okay.
Speaking to existence.
Exactly. but I believe in hard work.
Yep.
You know, so if I am with someone, he doesn't really need to be, at least he needs to be making a little financially little better than me, you know, because he's going to provide. If he doesn't have money, how can he provide?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I mean, he can provide other ways.
Okay, well, like
he could fix things around the house.
I can fix them too.
Well, he could stay at home with the kids.
Excuse me, I have a nanny.
I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like I'm supposed to be like defended somehow, but this is just funny.
He can cook.
He can cook.
He can cook. Wouldn't you like a guy to cook for you every day?
Like I tell you.
What if you went to work and then he just did all the stuff at home?
Let's put that in. Let's
then
shape
I won't
that real
see
quick.
him as a man anymore. He's gonna have more feminine energy.
Damn.
You know, like for me, I tell you something.
So
like
a man shouldn't cook?
No, he can cook in addition to the other stuff, everything else.
So wait. So you saying that a man should be able to cook, he should be able to fix the house, and he should be having like a big income to support the house too as well.
I will tell you.
Okay.
So a man, I need to like him first.
Okay.
And that includes chemistry, like principles. We can make each other happy. I'm gonna make like a big effort, of course, too.
Okay.
If I see it coming, it's like a bank. You know, we give each other.
Yeah.
It's like a cup. Like I'm gonna make you happy. I'm gonna do my best.
Exchange. Okay.
You know, exchange. You know. But one of the first, like just basic requirements for me is that he needs to be a hardworking person, smart, you know, somebody who's working on himself, like financially, spiritually, everything more than me. Because when I see a man, I want him to be like that figure of a man, you know, like he's gonna protect me. If he talks in front of people, I'm gonna be proud of him, you know. If I am successful at what I'm doing, I want him to be more successful, you know, just like stronger. I feel like God created you guys, like you're physically, you have bigger shoulders, you're mostly like, you know. So I feel like also.
So he needs to be more superior than you.
Yes. For me to see him as a man.
So she put that in. So that's the way she, put it in
general,
context versus what
like
you do.
Smarter, you know, everything. That's how I tell you something. I read something.
No
it was like the more bills a woman pays, the less she needs a man.
Exactly.
If you're doing,
what do you need a man for?
You fix your house, you buy a house, you work, and you cook, you do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So with all that being said, I guess I want to ask this question. So if you see this like picture of what that a version of a man is, so I believe that, you know, a man should be able to express himself emotionally. You know, he should be able to take time off if he needs time. Like, say for instance, you know, if like one of the things that me and him had talked about is that I said that as a father, that after my wife takes her time off, that I would want to take some time off so I could spend with my child. So I want to. And did you say you didn't believe in it? No.
As long as you're making money.
You said that you don't believe.
Exactly what I said.
No, you said that the father does not need to be with the child until what, 4 or 5 years old?
I said, this is what I said.
In the household. I'm going to make sure I clarify that, okay?
And I quote, this is what I said. I said, the first few years, the father doesn't really need to be there as much as the mother. I think that the father, now don't get me wrong, I think a couple hours out of the day or something like that, you know, or a couple hours, maybe two days out of the week, that's fine. But I think he should spend majority of the time out of the house working and building, so that when that child gets to maybe 5 years old, he can spend a little bit more time with the child. Because especially for young boys, you know, our job really starts at 5, from 5 to 18, because at that point we need to teach them the most important things in life. We need to teach them how to tie a tie. We need to teach them about dating. We need to teach them about, you know, mannerisms, just different things like that. And so I think the father's role really doesn't come in until after 5. Now, this is not an excuse for the men to be out of the house and to just leave women with all the responsibility.
To actually work hard.
I think that if you have some time to spare, that you should be able to help the mom out with certain things. But the majority of the time needs to be spent out of the house working, making money so that you can free up your time. I would say get a business so that you can free up your time
for your kids later
to show up for them when you really need to be there at 5 to 18 years old. You know, I don't know. That's just my personal opinion.
I mean, like I said, to each his own.
A lot of people, I got a lot of flack from that because I got a lot of backlash because people were saying that no, father needs to be there. And people make this mistake in thinking that fathers need to have the exact same role as the mother. And that is absolutely incorrect because somebody needs to pay the bills. So if the father's there all the time, changing diapers, going to sleep with the baby, you know, feeding the baby food and stuff like that.
That sounds like a
who
parent.
is paying the bills? That
sounds like a father still being a parent to me.
Yeah, but
he can still be a parent. I'm not saying that. His role just looks different. We have roles in this world. The father's role doesn't look the same as the mother.
I think that's the issue when it comes to like relationships, is that roles. I do think that, you know, when it comes to roles change every day. Just like at a job, your roles change, your duties change, everything's changed. And I do, like I say, I honestly feel as though, like, even in a relationship, when something happens to the other person, your role will change, your duty will change. So when you say that a father, you know, he does all this time, not be with the baby as much as the mother, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that
I was working 2 jobs from the time that my son was born.
Got you.
And I was really not needed. The mom didn't want me to do anything because she felt like she could do it better, you know. And then the child, when he got to 2 years old, my son, when he got to 2 years old, all he wanted was his mom. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really start to really like crave me and want me until he got like 5 years old. And then he was like, dad, this. He wanted to play. He wanted to wrestle. He wanted to do all those things, you know. And that's when he was really looking for me. So I don't know. I just felt like all that time, like I wasn't there as much, but I was there a good portion of the time.
How often? Like how much time would you?
So I worked one job. I worked from 8 to 3. So after 3 o'clock, I was at home.
Okay.
All the way up until he was asleep.
Okay, so what if
even overnight?
I'm gonna let you have. I just gotta ask you this.
I'm listening. Yeah.
So what if is it that the role of that the mother's not there anymore? So what happen?
If the mother's not there no more, then the father has to.
I mean, so whether or not if the mother's there or not, wouldn't the father still have to do? He have to do like still have to be a father, still be there just as much as the mother is to the child.
If the mother's not there, yeah.
I'm just saying, like whether or not that the mother is there or not.
Yeah,
the father still has to be in his role as a parent.
What is the role of a father then?
Just the same. Just I feel as though that a father has to do the same things as, except all the maternal instinct things that comes from the mother, giving respect to the mother. And there are times, like I said, where you will have to pick up the slack, and there are times in which way I feel as though it is even at the younger days.
If you guys are both working, that's what we talk about, the 50-50 stuff. If you guys are both working, then he needs to. If she's working, then you gotta step up because she's working. If she's not working, give the mom the responsibility of changing the diapers and stuff like that. You come in every now and then and you can change the diaper. Yeah, goo goo gaga, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But she's at home majority of the time. So somebody has to pay the bills.
Well, that's given the
fact.
But
if it's 50-50, then it should be equal responsibility.
Wouldn't that be given the fact if the role is the mother that she's able to stay home, right? Right?
If she's able to stay home.
Okay.
But we agree because you think that men should take care of the house and pay the bills, right? Yeah. So why she got to go to work?
Well, I mean, of course, like when childbirth happens, it takes a month. You might got me on that one.
That sounds like excuses to me.
You might have me on this one. I can't possibly think about something right now, but I honestly do believe that as a parent, no role, depending on if you got to go out and make money or anything, I feel like that's an excuse to slack as a father too. Because I could tell you, like, my father, I feel as though like when it come to my father, he was the person who paid bills and did everything, but my father was there. My father was there through every step of the way.
That's nice.
Okay, he probably wasn't there. He wasn't changing diapers all the time. He wasn't feeding you all the time.
I'm 100% sure that
you probably remember the few instances that he did. But
I don't know.
He didn't do as much as the mom did.
I mean, you never.
Sure.
I mean, when I'm
spending more time with it.
I mean, who could recollect? Who can think about memories when they was a baby? But I do know for a fact that I've heard plenty of stories where I've heard that your father was there since day one. And I respect my pops for that.
But that just means that he didn't walk out. So when they say he was there for since day one, that means he probably was there like 2 days out of the week, but he was working majority of the time. But when he came, listen, it's about, as it relates to time with your children.
Yes.
It's about quality as opposed to quantity.
Sure.
It's not about how much time you spend with them. It's about the quality of time that you give to them, because you can be there 7 days out of the week.
For sure.
Come home after work, sit on the couch, drink a beer, right? And then it's just a normal day. Dad came home. Sure. But when dad is home on the weekends, it's like, Dad, we haven't seen you all week. Like, now you got their undivided attention. But I think now it's like, okay, teach me some things, because my dad has been here all week.
Very important point.
But I do think that comes from different experiences. And, you know, I can give you a take on this one. Because with my father cooked, my father cleaned, my father went to work, my father went to the gym, and my father made sure he spent time with his kids. So I think it's just based upon your experiences growing up. Because I had a father who made sure that regardless of what he did, he made sure he didn't slack. I mean, is he the perfect parent?
You don't have to, exactly. It's about quality though, as opposed to quantity. That's what I'm saying. I can be there for the important things. I can be there for my kids 2 days out of the week. I can see them 2 days out of the week. Undivided attention. 2 days. Saturday, Sunday. Undivided. We can have a blast, right? I can show up for basketball games. I can show up for soccer games. I can show up for whatever. I can show up for recitals. I can show up for graduation. And I can still be an effective father than a father who's there 7 days out of the week, and he come home and he watching a football game with a beer in his hand, neglecting his kids.
And I think that's
but he's there all the time though.
But like I said, I think that's based upon experiences with their fathers, you know.
So what do you think? Like your father, he used to work, of course, right?
Still do.
Full-time job.
Still do.
So I think you mean like when after work, he spent time with the kids.
Yes, he did.
You know,
I still remember fond memories of when I was a kid that my dad would get right off work. He would cook. He would cook, and he would literally watch me play my GameCube, playing Luigi's Mansion on my GameCube, still drinking his beer.
You know why that is though?
His present, like
I'll tell you exactly what it is.
And why is that?
And this is no disrespect to your father.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, let me hear you say it. What you got to say?
No disrespect.
What you got to say about my dad?
When people start their sentence with this, you're like, okay, give me.
Because I'm okay.
No, I want to hear you say it. Come on.
No disrespect to your father.
I mean,
is he watching this?
I'm not sure. He probably.
No disrespect to your father, but your father is average, and it's okay to be average. But your dad wasn't doing anything else other than going to work. There are some people who are conquering the world, who are building businesses, like Tom over here, this podcast studio, right? What she's doing with her social media stuff, they're doing a lot of different things. They got their hands on a lot of different stuff.
Let me ask you this.
But an average person just goes to work and come home. Yeah, you better spend time with your children.
But let me ask you this. What's wrong with being average?
There's nothing wrong with being average. That's what I said.
But when you come off as how you talk about average, you make it seem like it's a bad thing.
No, I'm just giving you the reality of it. The reality is that he's average.
I mean, but
and there's nothing wrong with wrong with being average.
Answer my question again. Why did you make it seem like there's something wrong with being average?
There's nothing wrong with being average.
Something to say about this after you.
There's nothing wrong with being average. Actually,
the way you
average people is what keeps our economy going. Average people is what keeps this world going.
But do you know
there are average people who work construction outside. They go to work, they do construction, they build things, and they are the backbone of society. Okay, there's nothing wrong with being average. I'm just saying there's people out here who want to do more than just being in the construction field, working day by day, having blisters on their hands and stuff like that. There's people who want to do more. That's all I'm saying. I'm not disrespecting your dad. I'm saying that average. It's okay to be average if you want to do that.
I'm gonna stop.
But it's also okay if you want to do more and you want to conquer the world.
I'm gonna stop it there because Miss Raja want to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, I just want to add something. Like it's success is what is your definition to success. What matters. Like for example, if a happy child is your goal, it's okay to be average. To be honest with you, if my child is happy and gonna be successful. And that's what the only thing, or that's the main thing I want. It's okay what I become in the journey.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what you want from this life. You know?
Exactly.
Like,
I agree.
As humans in general, some people value hard work. And I've seen people very, very successful because real balance is not possible. You cannot be excellent in your career. And I've seen people, they didn't even want to have children because they wanted to be successful on top of, something big in life. And they didn't have children. And to be honestly, truthful, I believe most of them regretted that decision. It's good to be successful and just hunt for your dreams and go after them, but you should not lose yourself in the process.
Yeah.
I agree with
you.
And thank you for putting it that way. But I also I also respect those who want to go out and achieve, above average. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to put that in there. But no,
I think okay to be average, and
am I speaking in tongues or something? Am I not being understood here?
No, I personally, and I think he got your point. It's just like sometimes you have to work long hours to do so many things for your kids.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you have to take a break, just a few years for your kid to remember to have good memories like Dion has and just build a good person mentally, and I think it's worth it. No, you can always pick up later.
Yeah, and if you don't, if you don't have kids,
it is,
yeah, thank you. And if you don't have kids, then you could be like Tom here. Did I put you in that right, Tom?
Because life, like how many years do we live in this life? Depends. Like, average 70, 80.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes we feel like the years we are living in right now are just, oh my God, if I don't work these 2 or 3 years, I'm gonna lose my career. I'm gonna lose it all.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to have that pause for your kids to remember you and to also raise mentally normal, balanced kids. Versus you just like forget about them because there's like very sensitive period in their lives, like 2, 3, 4, 5. At least they need somebody around them. They need like a father figure, somebody nice who can still work. But you know what? I've been watching like I forgot who, but it was like a very successful celebrity. She said she wakes up at 4 or 5 with her kids. She's a hardworking person, but she still wants to have that life with her kids. So they would, they made a decision to have it both. It's hard, but they spend together at least that 2 hours quality time. Breakfast, eating, swimming, doing something. So it's just like how you choose to do it.
Like quality over quantity.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being an average. I have a lot of people in my family who work average jobs. I work an average job, right? But obviously, I want more out of life, and I believe in reincarnation. I believe I've been here before, and I think that's why I'm so driven because I felt like in my last life I didn't accomplish the things that I wanted to accomplish, and I think that in this life that's why I'm so driven, and I have so much drive to be able to accomplish things I want to accomplish, and I want to become successful. And honestly, listen, kids, this is no disrespect to children, but children don't need us as much as they think we do, as much as we think they do. Okay, there's more to our lives.
Excuse me.
There's more to our lives than children. Just because you have a child does not mean your life stops. You know what I'm saying? I think that you can still accomplish your thing, and it's about balance, right? Show up for your child for the most important things in life. Spend time with your child. That should always be a requirement. I'm not saying that at all, right?
Yeah.
You should always spend time with your children. You should always show up for the most important things: graduation, games, all of that.
Have that
right?
connection with your.
Have those connections.
They feel you're close to them.
But don't stop striving for more, because a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that, oh man, I don't have this time because I have kids and stuff like that. And it's like, no, it's about balance. You have time, right?
Kids cannot stop you. It's like the woman I mentioned, like I forgot her name. She's an actress, but she made this decision that I want that connection with my kids.
Yeah.
While being like very successful and famous and everything. So you make some sacrifices in life.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to take long. It takes 5 years. 5 years to conquer the world. Once you conquer the world, now you can chill and be like, okay, now my kids are happy they get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. We get to go on vacations. We get to do a lot of different things.
Just make sure you don't lose the connection with your kids and your loved ones in the process.
Definitely not.
Because you don't want to be like very successful and people that you're doing these things for are not
Yeah.
around anymore, or you just lose them. So just.
I agree. Well, I'm happy to report that me and my kids have a strong relationship. So.
That's good.
Because you do take the time to spend with
That's
your
very
kids.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We're done. I want to thank you for coming onto the show.
Thank you for having me.
And this was great. This was fun. And we hope to have you back soon.
Thank you. Anytime.
Raja Mustafa.
Yes.
So everyone, thank you for joining us today with Miss Raja here. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. And we hope to see y'all again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody. This live is going to be saved. And just follow my friends, Dion and Jovan. And see you next time.
Are we still friends? Did I ruffle some feathers?
Oh, no.
We're good. Okay.
No.
You ruffled my feathers, boy.
She said that. She said that unsure. She was like Dion and Jovan.
No, because I'm not. How do you pronounce your name?
You said it. You said it perfectly.
Okay,
Jovan. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Because I was like, I don't.
No, you said it perfectly.
All right.
All right. Over and out.
Over and out.